Hey, what's up, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening or their ascension process. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 signs that'll let you know if you're about to go through a big shift. And what I mean specifically about a big shift is what I call a culmination point. A lot of times you feel like you're putting in a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of work, doing a lot of clearing, going through a lot of hoops, and there's like no payoff. Like, what the heck? What gives? But the way it just tends to work out with this awakening, this ascension, the new energy, is that you get like rapid manifestation, where it's just you've been trudging along with seemingly no real fruits to write home about, and then that next day it's like, oh my God, this and this, and it just falls into place, and you're like, whoa, damn, just like crazy. It's a culmination point. Oftentimes, right before one of those culmination points, you have a lot of like challenging, challenges, a lot of different unique types of challenges that can make it seem like you are far away from any sort of culmination point when in fact you're not. So number 1 is breakdown. Out with the old, in with the new. You gotta let out with the old first. So right before that big change, whether it's a new job or the love of your life pops into your reality, or you move, or just some sort of even more a smaller step that's very emotionally pleasing, something like that. Before that thing, you only have enough room in your reality bubble for so many things. So if you want to make room for some big new thing that your heart is calling for, you have to make room. Things will break apart and fall away prior to that thing coming in. This would happen to me all the time when I would move. I moved many times to different houses and whatnot throughout my awakening. And every time there was just like everything broke down. Like right before moving to California, where I'm in now. I'm not now, I'm in Colorado now, but I live in California. For a while I was in Michigan, strongly wanting to move out to California. And right when we got real close, my daughter's school shut down. I got out of my gym. I had a gym business, got out of that, sold everything, and it was gone. We basically watched our life completely unattach itself to me and my family. And then we were kind of like free, and then it was easy. But that whole process of the breakdown, it's uncomfortable, it's stressful. But when things start to break down really quick, something new and big is on the way in. Number 2 is there is a lot of energy involved. And this can affect you in a few different ways. Usually, you're really tired and exhausted and struggling to keep up with the demands of life. It's because your culmination point, where things come together, when you get that phone call saying you got the job, that physical thing, that is like the outer shell of the energetic transformation that's going on beneath the surface. So again, prior to these big shifts, there's a lot of energy kind of brewing underneath the surface. And even though it's positive, big things are leaving and big things are trying to come in, it's just a lot for your physical body to handle. So you might feel run down, tired, fatigued, irritable, and yet maybe you aren't sleeping very good because this energy can keep you awake, which is kind of an annoying thing. But that's okay. So if you're feeling like a lot of energy, a lot of physical symptoms, it's because something big is going on, and this is sort of a physical representation of that transformation taking place. Number 3, this is not always the case, oftentimes is for me, is my dreams will reflect what's going on in my life. For example, when I'm about to take a big step forward or higher in my life in some way, I'll have dreams where I'm high. The location of my dream is somewhere like of a higher altitude, whether I'm in like an elevator, rising, I'm climbing a mountain, climbing a ladder, climbing a rope, on a roller coaster, on a plane, that kind of thing. There's the height element combined with the feeling of uncertainty, of instability, of like, whoa, it's cool up here from the mountains, pretty and all, but I don't exactly feel safe. I don't feel ready, that kind of thing. So that's sort of a universal dream metaphor. It's not just only for Victor. That's why I chose to share it. It can be representative, again, of you going fast forward in some way, so fast that you're like, it's kicking up your nerves. Number 4, similar to what I said at the beginning of the video, is that you've been putting work in. You've been doing a lot. You've been following your guidance. You've been following your heart, putting the work in. But it just hasn't seemed like it's going anywhere. But you've been busting your butt, and even though it might not have been easy or perfect, you have been accumulating some sort of tangible. You've been putting in the work, essentially, in some sort of way. This could be applied to many different ways. But you've been putting in the work. You're not seeing any results yet. Number 5. This is not always the case. It's been the case for me many times, and it's that right before that big shift, there's like a crisis point. Like the whole awakening, life in general, is hard. It's pretty challenging. We're always dealing with some sort of uncomfortable situation we try to gotta work our way through. But there are times, those crisis points, those dark nights where things are just out of hand challenging, where you really don't think you can handle it anymore. You're about to freaking break psychologically. Oftentimes that happened right before that big massive payoff swarms in. It's almost like the crisis point. It's what's necessary for you to finally let go enough to let in what is wanting to come into your life. The crisis is the result of insisting on clinging to something, a job or a person, a house, or it could be just an idea, a mental idea, a mental block, a self-limiting belief that you believe so wholeheartedly is true, and yet insisting upon that limited train of thought, it's causing you all this like inner conflict and stress, and it can kind of come to a boiling point. But at that time, it's not something you have to do, it's just going to be the inevitable outcome. You're going to eventually somehow yield and let go and allow even a little bit of space. And once you do that, you've allowed room so the good can start to kind of come in and say, hey, you're fine. Let go of that, because we're here. This is here. It's here. What you really want. Not that, this. And then it'll be more of a natural, okay, let that dissolve away, and then the shift, the culmination point can come in, full swing into your life. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you. I know it can be a little bit confusing, this awakening, this ascension process, and many times good things come in the disguise of problems or complications or emotional issues and whatnot. But there's a way to always frame these things in a positive light, which will help you make better use of all the different challenges and just take the edge off the stress that can sometimes come when we're resisting something. If you can understand that these 5 indicators are, again, it's good news, means good stuff is coming, then you can get excited and just wait and kind of like just do your thing, knowing that the payoff is in the mail. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. Have an amazing day. Thank you for everything. I will speak to you soon. Namaste.